Hello, it's Empress LuxAse. Please like and subscribe. Thank you to those I already do. If you like exclusive content, check out my Patreon and my member section only. A lot of astrology-based readings with transits and celebrities are on my Patreon. So this particular reading is on Nicki Minaj and the current transits that she's experienced, that she's going to experience this year. And also I'm touching based on what 2026 will look like for her astrology wise. So, and the extended version of this video will be on Patreon. So I'm gonna get into some of the transits she's already experienced this year, and that's how we're gonna start this off. So from everything I see for her, Nicki Minaj 2025 is like a story of rebirth and rebalance for her. This year is supposed to open with intense introspection and professional recalibration for her. And now and then it would have shifted, which I feel like she's in this energy now, where it would have shifted into expansion and strategic breakthrough mid-year, like right about now. So the fourth quarter, she's going to deliver her creative and public. It's going to be a creative and public peak for her. So if she rides the wave, she's I feel like she is. She should be planning some smart, intricate pieces to finish off the year. Also trying to manage her stress and unleashing this Scorpio Sagittarius fire late this year. So which we see her going back and forth, calling out Beyonce, Jay-Z, Rock Nation. So she's definitely poised for a major comeback or a reinvention, depending on how you look at it. It's like the glass is half full or the glass is half empty. Now, before I get into 2026, what I want to say, I feel like the takeaways I've mainly seen from this year for her, based on her chart, is that she's refining where her vision is as far as messaging and partnerships, which she's calling out Jay-Z. And she may possibly roll into some sort of promo and singles, or I would say that probably started for her in spring, but she's also going to lean on trusted support. And then around June 20th or 30th, I don't really follow her too much. There could have been some sort of strategic announcement or release calendar or visuals being planned. If it hasn't been released publicly, something's definitely being done behind the scenes. And then to navigate with the summer heat with moderation, she is probably going to avoid over tour scheduling, or if a tour is mentioned, it's not going to be that many dates. Now for the fourth quarter rollout, I see key launches for her, visuals and personal brand moments. Now let's get into the year-long themes that I've seen for this year. When it comes to her career and creative arcs, January through March would have been retreat for her, refining and plotting, plotting behind the scenes, planning something. And if I'm not mistaken, I did a reading for her where I saw her like planning something. April to June would have been, she would have been this energy to execute and engage, but to pace it. June 20th to June 30th would have been a primary momentum shift for her, ideal relaunch dates for something. And then now into December, pressure's building up. She's prepping big events, and there could be some sort of peak in November, December, which, I mean, that's around her birthday time. Now, as far as emotional and relationship flow, there could have been some sort of pressure points between April, May, and then in September. So she could be trying to go up against that energy with self-care. Now, creative tension would have hit its peak will hit its peak July 30th, but this could be a huge payoff for her. So something's going to happen July 30th. Now, the connection surge when it comes to her emotions and relationship flow is December, when Venus and Mars will align. Now, so I do have some warning, watch out areas for her. She could have experienced burnout around June, and then June to now to September, and the communication pitfalls in April and then in October, and have some sort of emotional fatigue, which is right about now in early autumn. So yeah, those are the year-long themes. Where we at? Okay, I still have some more time. Now, late this year, which is now into December, her Mars is going to square Venus, so that will be July 30th. So there's going to be some sort of creative tension peaks, and this could spark an electrifying like music video or high-profile duet. or like maybe some more of her going at people, like minor public spats. Then her Saturn will oppose her moon, which is September 8th. So that's like emotional responsibilities again. Pressures of Taurus, motherhood balance, or business strain could weigh in. Now, her supports, she could have some sort of grounding rituals or reflective downtime around that period. Then her Saturn would square Mercury, which is October 8th. So there's going to be some sort of renewed friction in communications and planning. But so this will be a good time for her to pause negotiations or finalize until a stronger footing returns. Then her Mars conjuncts her Sun, which is November 27th, and Venus December 7th. So that's like a double surge of like her charm, attraction, assertiveness, and creative synergy all aligning. So this will be a peak performance zone, ideal for releasing a major album or embarking on a global tour for her. I don't know why I'm thinking of Beyonce when I say that. Now, also, a strategic move will be the finale months. So she could be planning something big towards the end of this year, like a major release or shows around late November to early December based on her astrology chart. That would be the best time to do it. That would be strategically the best time to do it. Okay. Let's go into... This year is all about tests for her. Like a lot of tests. Has she learned the lesson? A lot of karmic energy, which I got in Jay-Z and her synergy chart. And even with Megan Stallion reading, that was all about just beef. Rap girl beef. So, the key transits in this year. By the way, she was born on December 8th, 1982. That's what's listed online. And this is loosely based because I don't have an exact date of birth. So more emphasis on her sun sign. And then I do, hypothetically, if this is her moon sign, a rising sign, I do give insight into that as well. So the key transits in this year for her was Mars square Saturn, Saturn square Sun, Ketu conjunct Moon, and Jupiter opposition Sun, and Saturn square Venus, and Saturn squaring Mercury. Jupiter oppositions to Venus and Mercury, and Jupiter trining Saturn. And then she also has Jupiter conjunct Rahu and opposed Ketu, her Mars squaring Venus, and Saturn opposition of Moon, Mars conjunct Sun. So, just the overall outlook in the Patreon, I'm going to get more into those transits and what those are and what they mean. The first half of this year definitely brought some testing because of Saturn influence, January to April, and then intense emotional mental pressure on her. So that definitely would have been a period for her to refine, edit, solidify her brand and work environment. Spring until early summer, April and June, would have been very explosive because of the Jupiter rhythm. And this would have definitely had an effect on opportunities, deals, creative ideas, but cautious optimism needed to not overreach. Then mid-year pivot, June 30th, would have highlighted a transformative junction likely tied to a project, contract, or some sort of public shift. So, but this also gives strategic repositioning or reinvention, like calling out Jay-Z. Then late summer to this year ends, which is now onward, brings this rejuvenated drive and momentum for her. Mars and Venus alignment sparks creative energy and public shine. But the key caution periods for her will be emotional low points around January, May, September, and peak creativity and power late November and December. So yeah, it's a year of a lot of tests and transformation and eventual trump for Nicki. Like I said in the tarot reading, I felt this energy of she still wins in the end. So, the early months definitely demanded her to have patience and discipline. Mid-year would test her ability to balance ambition with limits. But by late this year, she stands to land some sort of major creative or career highlights. Like based on her charts, the stars, the cosmos are lighting her up for something big. Something like really, really, really big. So follow me on Patreon. I'm gonna go dig deeper into the transits, explain what those was, and also give a sneak peek into her 2026 transits as well. Bye.